Guys, it's Tori again, and I'm back for part two. Ooh, clean glove. Well, sort of. Part two of my Q&A. Um, so we talked about life choices and mottos in the last video while I was doing the green part of my hair. Oh, I was doing the green part of my hair, and now we're going to talk about other stuff while I'm doing the blue part of my hair. Let me make sure my dog's good. Hey, Tyson, you good? You good? Yeah. Chill. I'm gonna have to clean this sink out anyway. Um, so let's get to it. Okay. I'm gonna save this question for last, actually. So somebody asked me if I was a comic book character, which comic book character would I be and why? Honestly, some people would expect me to say something like Harley Quinn, or because she was smart and completely underrated as a character, and you know, Suicide Squad is coming out and stuff like that. Sorry, I was having trouble getting the blue out of the bottle. But honestly, that's not who I would be. Um, if I was a comic book character, if I like absolutely had to be one, I would honestly probably be Elektra. And that sucks because, you know, she's like killing people, she's like a mercenary, but she has like awesome telepathic powers, like only slightly telepathic. She, I mean, her father wasn't like the best to her, but honestly, like the whole, I just find it so beautiful that she takes something so tragic that happened to her, and you know, she does go to counseling and stuff. I mean, you never really find out if she's actually okay with herself or just pretending to be, but it's kind of normal, isn't it? I mean, how many of us fake a smile every single day, right? And I love the art. It's just so beautiful. And Electra, it's just a pretty name, no? Like, I would totally name my kid that, but my boyfriend would not let me. And, you know, she falls in love for a blind guy. Like, hello? I mean, yeah, she ends up fighting him also, but I don't know why I closed it. Okay. But, like, literally, that's like a whole new meaning to love is blind. Oh, that would happen. Good thing I have a bottle of rubbing alcohol. Okay. Oh, and also Daredevil is actually one of my favorite superheroes to begin with. So, you know, since that's where she first appeared too, so just a thing. Okay. Choose a book world and why. Um Aside from the painstakingly obvious Harry Potter, because if anybody out there really knows me, you know I'm obsessed and I will correct you about anything that has to do with Harry Potter that you mess up. And I have done it. Some people are still scarred from me yelling at them. I still want to go to the Yule Ball in Orlando, but can't do that because I'm poor as fuck. um, I would have to say Shifting by Bethany Wiggins. For those of you who have never read that book before, it's about this girl who's pretty much in like almost like a foster care throughout her entire life, and she's like a magical creature, so she keeps getting into trouble and she keeps ending up in new homes till eventually her agent in the foster system says, "You're staying with my mother because she'll straighten you out." And that's where she stays. It never really works in my bangs, but I'm just gonna throw it in there anyway. Just 'cause I can. But I would live in that world because even if I could only transform into one animal, which I just gave away her secret power, because she can transform into almost any animal. She tried a horse one time and got stuck with hooves for like a little while. Ouch. Um, Even if I could just transform into one animal, like that would be awesome. Um, but yeah. But if not, I would totally settle for Harry Potter. I mean, I can just go live in Orlando, can't I? Alrighty. Second pair of gloves is off. Right. The next one was a toughie for me. Like, super tough. Favorite TV show quote. And I can't really decide on one because I don't really watch TV all that often. Um, I don't really watch TV all that often. I mean, if it was a movie quote, I would definitely have one, but um, TV show quotes. You probably can't even hear me over the water. My bad. I guess most recently, my favorite thing to say to my boyfriend is like calling him my person, which is like a Grey's Anatomy thing. I still haven't like gone past like season 3. There goes my book again. Drinking game, take a shot every time my book falls. It's alright, we only have one question left. Okay, and the last question is my best quality about myself. I'll be honest with you. I often have hated myself, criticized myself based on my weight, based on my height, which is, something I can't control. I've I've often criticized myself on how pretty I am and how unattractive I am, which it's not fair to me to be doing that to me. I'm not gonna tell you that you're always going to love yourself because there will come points in your life when you're not going to. And I exercise regularly, and my goal is to get down to 170 pounds. Um, but I'm struggling to the point where I'll lose a few pounds and then I'll gain it right back, even though I'm not eating any different. I'm eating healthy, like, and I only when I go out, I only eat stuff if I haven't really eaten much at all that day, because I can't stand when I don't eat, because even though I'm not diabetic, I can feel when my blood sugar is low, because, you know, you just know your body. And self-love is a difficult thing. And I want people to know that they're not struggling alone. Yeah, that's just from rubbing the Q-tip. My skin is just like that. They're not suffering alone. They're not wondering alone if, you know, they're the only ones who feel like they're too ugly or fat, or and it goes the same way for, like, when I was in school, everybody would make fun of me for being so smart. There's nothing wrong with being smart, you know? Like, if you're smart, you might teach somebody something someday. You know, you might go straight into being a boss somewhere instead of having to work your way up just based on your intelligence. And it's not fair to yourself to bring yourself down so much, but it has a lot to do with the way that other people treat you too. Bullying, it's a real issue, and it doesn't exactly make you want to love yourself if it feels like everybody else around you is calling you fat, ugly, and stupid. You know? So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I might not find a best quality about myself right now, but I know that, you know, there are people out there who do find a good quality about me. I mean, I've heard, you know, that my best quality is my eyes, you know, that I've heard, you know, that I have a couple of good qualities, that I'm loyal and that I'm honest and that I'm kind and that I'm creative. And I appreciate all those. But there comes a time when you have to see it in yourself. Because just because somebody else sees it in you, it doesn't make you feel necessarily more self-loving. It just makes you realize that somebody sees you in a better light than you see yourself. And maybe eventually that'll help you see yourself in a brighter light than the dim one that you're standing under now. Okay, was that a gunshot or a firework? Okay. But if you're honestly forcing me to choose a best quality about myself, I would say it's probably that it's probably that I'm creative, because I mean, right now, obviously I'm not wearing makeup, but I mean, if you're on my Facebook, you've seen my makeup, and you know, I love doing that. You know that I write, and I love doing that. So, I guess it's just, you know, I'm not even sure. I think I appreciate my own creativeness, because if I didn't create something for myself, then maybe I wouldn't have the life that I have. So, I'm going to let this dye set in, and I'm gonna wash. Ooh, and I'm gonna wash my hair, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Send me suggestions of videos that you'd like to see me do, and I'll let you know if I can do them. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.